everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Josephine and on this channel we talk about fragrances. Today's video I bring to you another buying guide. This time it's on niche brand Mizensir. So for those of you who don't know, Mizensir is Alberto Morillas' brand, who is a master perfumer. He doesn't need much of an introduction. He is the nose or the perfumer behind blockbuster launches like Acqua di Gio by Armani, Bulgari Omnia, Kenzo Flower, CK1, and many more. So he's super famous and he decided to create his own brand. So Mizensir is a brand that is based in Geneva, my hometown where I was born. So if you'd like to know more about these fragrances and what Mizensir is all about, then make sure to keep on watching. So first off, I'll just give you, as usual, a bit of background into the brands that I'm talking about when I go through buying guides. So Mizensir, as I said, is based off in Geneva in Switzerland, and they initially started the brand with candles and then evolved within fragrances. So I've owned candles from Mizensir. I think they're gorgeous, and the fragrances are as well. So when it comes to their fragrances, what I find is that the common denominator of the scents is that they're really elegant, refined. There's a finesse, a craftsmanship behind these perfumes, which is really beautiful. So they really have a wide array of choice when it comes to their fragrances. So hopefully within this guide, you will find something that you like. Without further ado, let's get into the buying guide. And I always like to start off with the signature scents. These are perfumes that you can wear all year round in many different situations. They're extremely versatile and just trusty perfumes that you can reach out for everyday use. The first fragrance is BOIS IRIDESCENT, and this is a really beautiful and soft, milky sandalwood perfume that is blended with iris. So it feels very elegant but delicate at the same time. I think there are also some form of white florals, perhaps jasmine, transparent florals for sure. That is just, yeah, really delicate and classy. This perfume feels like a warm cashmere blanket that just wraps around you. It's super cocooning and very reassuring as well. This perfume for sure is more of a feminine fragrance, unisex, but more on the feminine side, and is one really that you can wear every day throughout the year. The second signature fragrance is called ELIXIR de MUSC. First off, look how beautiful this bottle looks. All of the fragrances have a similar packaging and it's just super sleek, minimalistic, yet very elegant at the same time. I love this. I think it's, yeah, it looks great. So ELIXIR de MUSC, what is this fragrance all about? This is everything that you can expect from a really great musk perfume. This is a musky scent that is unisex, but again, I would say leaning more towards feminine. And yeah, it's everything that you can hope for within a musky scent. It is a powdery puff cloud of dreams. It's reassuring, it's comforting, it's really soft and smooth. You have some heliotrope, some iris in this perfume, and it is definitely very powdery. You have a backdrop of vanilla as well for a little bit of sweetness, but overall this is a gorgeous musky perfume and probably one of the best, like purely musk fragrances. This to me, when I smell this, it makes me think of the color white, the color of white snow, and also the texture of like deep powdered snow. That is what I get from this scent, and oddly enough as well, it makes me think of a sound, but or not really. Basically, this perfume brings me to the mountains. It's snowing and you're in the middle of the forest, and that sense of peacefulness, tranquility, there's no noise around you, just the snow falling. This is what this perfume makes me think of. By no means is this a winter scent or a cold fragrance. I wouldn't say that at all. It's just that it has this peacefulness about it, which I think is super nice. Really great, again, for everyday use. If you are a fan of powdery puff perfumes, you love musk, and you want a really good true musk fragrance, Elixir de Musc is where it is at. And now onto the daytime fragrances. So these are lighter perfumes that, in this case, are light-hearted, joyful, but can also be a little bit sensual. So the first one is called Very Musc, and this one, wow, that sounded really French. Very Musc, very musk. And this is another musky scent, totally different to Elixir de Musc. This one is more sensual and carnal. It's not as cocooning or comforting or soft as Elixir de Musc. It's definitely more impactful and one that is really great for the daytime. So what I get from this scent is this piercing carnal note from ylang ylang. Is this yellow exotic flower that has a narcotic, intoxicating feeling in a similar family to jasmine as well as tuberose. So if you like jasmine and tuberose and you want something that is a little bit more exotic, ylang ylang is the flower for you. But anyways, in this perfume, you get that ylang ylang. To me, it feels very fleshy, like floral, fleshy petals. That's what I get from this scent. It's raw and just really alluring. It definitely has this sensual feeling about it, and you're gonna say, why are you recommending this for the day? It's totally wearable for the daytime. It's fresh enough to wear from the day, but it's also a great one to transition from day to night. Next up, we have Sweet Praline, and this is a really fun and playful, youthful fragrance that centers around raspberry. You have also a little bit of jasmine and some warming, balmy benzoin. So Sweet Praline predominantly smells of raspberry. And the way that the raspberry is done in this perfume, for some reason, it reminds me of grenadine, which is this syrup, reddish, pinkish syrup that as a kid I would have. It really does hit home for me, this scent, but it's not done in a syrupy and thick way. It's done in a really fizzy way. So actually, I would say that this scent smells like a diabolo. I know there's a lot of French words in here, but let me explain myself. So that drink, diabolo as we call it, is basically grenadine that is mixed with lemonade or Sprite. So it's really fizzy and fresh, yet is sweet. So that is what I get from this scent, which is predominantly the impression that I have when you first spray this fragrance. As it develops in the dry down on your skin and you wear it throughout the day, the sweetness isn't going to be as prominent as during the first spray. It's going to tone down a little, and you're going to get more of that balmy, sweeter feeling. And what I find quite interesting with this scent is that I have some sort of like light almond note in the dry down, which is super nice. And if you've been watching my channel, you know how much I love almond. So I think this is a really youthful and playful scent. You definitely need to like your sweet perfumes to enjoy the scent, but I'm not saying by any means that this is overly sweet or sickening. It remains fresh throughout the development of the scent. So that was Sweet Praline. So what about your evening fragrances? Your fragrances that are darker, more addictive, maybe a little bit more sweet. So I have two perfumes for this category. The first one is a feminine fragrance. It is called For Your Love. This is a fruity fragrance that again features very prominent notes of raspberry, but very different to Sweet Praline. The raspberry here is thicker, it's denser, and it's not as light as in Sweet Praline. It's definitely front and center in this scent. You also have some woods with patchouli as well as benzoin. So you do have some structure, quite a lot of structure I find in this fragrance. So it's not just like, you know, a fruity raspberry scent. There's something more to it, some sort of darkness, some sort of depth, which I presume must be coming from the woods. I think this is a perfume that is super nice if you are going out to a restaurant or even on a date. It's a very good, trusty fragrance, and this is, I find, one that is probably one of the most mass appealing from the line on Mizensir, and a great introduction into Mizensir. This is for you ladies who enjoy your fruity fragrances that are quite strong, intoxicating. This certainly is quite strong. What I will say as well is the sillage is gorgeous on this perfume. It just gets better over time, And yeah, it's just a really good perfume to have in your collection if you're into those type of sweeter, fruitier fragrances. So that was For Your Love. And then for the gentleman, we have Perfect Oud. This fragrance is such a wonderful, light and airy oud scent. Now, fun fact, with this fragrance, there isn't actually oud essence. So before everyone gets excited here, it doesn't mean that it doesn't smell like oud. It's interesting because this scent is meant to evoke the scent of burning oud. So that smoke that burns the oud chips, this is what this fragrance is meant to replicate. So it's not your super dark, potent and thick oud fragrance. It's the opposite. It's transparent, it's airy, which makes it, I find, very wearable. It's a really versatile fragrance. And all in all, this is a magnificent scent, super classy. You have a little bit of rose as well in this scent, some cedar, I believe some iris as well. There's a light leathery undertone in this perfume, which just is super gorgeous. This is, I guess, a pretty underrated oud, if you ask me. I mean, I haven't seen much talk about it on social channels. Overall, this fragrance really feels luxurious, put together. It smells super expensive as well, and the quality is super duper nice. So that was Perfect Oud. Moving on to the fall and winter fragrances. I have two fantastic picks. Both are woody fragrances. The first one is called Golden Oud, and this is another oud fragrance, but this time with actual oud in it. And not any type of oud, only the finest and most beautiful oud fragrance in the world. It is the variety called Oud Assam. This apparently is the best that you can get or you can ever go for when it comes to oud. And what's interesting with this oud is that it has this leathery note. So for sure, this is an oud leathery scent. It's enigmatic, it's dark, it's bold. You are gonna get a lot of intoxication from this scent. It's very strong. So if you like your powerful oud fragrances, Golden Oud is the one that is probably for you. This fragrance also has a touch of rose and some incense. So it's lightly floral, a little bit smoky, and definitely more on the dark side. So this perfume honestly smells like luxury in a bottle. It's such a gorgeous oud, and probably an oud that you would typically associate with grand oud fragrances. It's super well blended, so if you're a fan of ouds, definitely check out Golden Oud. The second fragrance is called CELEBES Oud. This is such a magnificent woody fragrance. This to me is a gem from Mizensir. It's a fragrance that totally stood out when I was trying it on the skin, on the blotter. I don't own a fragrance like this in my collection. The one that comes close to it, but you know, different vibe, is Oud Violet Intense by Fragrance du Bois. I'm getting like a very vague vibe from it, but honestly, this is such a unique woody fragrance. This is a sensual, deeply woody and spicy scent. So you have some cinnamon, cardamom, pepper. I believe there's also some sort of citruses in there. I get a bit of freshness from this scent. I don't really know what it is, but it feels a little bit fresh too. And you have this warm base of vanilla. Overall, it feels dry, woody, spicy, very, very alluring. It's so, so beautiful. And it's one that I will be for sure adding to my collection / Christmas wish list. I think it's phenomenal. This is, by the way, 100% unisex fragrance. I think it's great to wear as well in the winter, so colder months. It does have this warm feeling about it. And yeah, 100% unisex. Men, women can wear the scent, and trust me on this, I think this is one of the best Mizensir fragrances. Super, super good. And finally, the spring and summer fragrances. What Alberto Morillas is really, really strong at, creating really great fresh perfumes. And certainly within the Mizensir portfolio, there are some great fresher scents, although not all of them are necessarily super fresh. You also have some balmy fragrances, which are super nice. So the first one is called Eau de Gingembre, which translates to ginger water or water of ginger. This fragrance literally smells like ginger. So you've freshly cut ginger, you've grated it, This is what this perfume smells like. It's the most realistic ginger scent that I've smelt. It's spicy, it's warm. It really does feel as if you were eating ginger, and you get this like warm, tingling sensation at the back of your throat. This is what I get from this scent. It's super evocative, but so initially it's like an explosion of ginger, very realistic. And then as it settles on your skin, you get some light florals, predominantly neroli, that will just soften the fiery aspects of ginger. It also makes it feel clean, so I definitely find that you get a clean skin feeling after some time on wearing this perfume on the skin, which is super nice. This fragrance is really great for high heat, humid, intense situations. If you're living in a country where it's super hot, Eau de Gingembre is so perfect. It will refresh you and cool you down straight away. The second fragrance is called Poudre d'Or. First off, the name is so magical. It translates to gold dust. Oh, I love it. I just love it. This is another one that is probably amongst my top 3 fragrances from Mizensir. If you love your balmy florals with this like sweeter vanilla side, you will just love this scent. This fragrance actually replicates the warming of the skin by the sun. It's like hot skin after spending a day in the sun, either by the beach or in a garden. That warm, hot sensation on your skin, this is what this fragrance makes me think of. So you have some CHERE, which is another exotic floral, which is probably why it makes me think of some sort of like hot day by the beach or in some sort of warm destination. So that was Poudre d'Or. The third fragrance is a vanilla perfume for the summertime. It is called CHERE. This is super nice. It has vanilla, you have orange blossom, you have sandalwood. This is such a likable vanilla perfume. The reason why I'm saying it's more appropriate for summer is simply because it reminds me of the summertime. I get sort of a sunscreen feeling from this scent, not in a coconut vibe, but just like, yeah, it just reminds me of sunscreen, but honestly in the best possible way. It's super nice, again, a feeling of bliss. It's more of a salty vanilla, so it's creamy, but does remain quite fresh. This is for those of you who are huge fans of vanilla fragrances. I mean, vanilla is dominant in this scent. If you're amongst those that say enjoy Santal Complet by Fragrance du Bois, I'm like 90%/99% sure that you will really enjoy CHERE. It's on a similar type of vibe, although different fragrances, but if you do like Santal Complet, you will like CHERE. This fragrance just feels really delicate and luxurious, super likable, very easy to wear, and an all-round good vanilla perfume. So that was CHERE. And finally, we have a classic for the warmer months. It is called COEUR de Cologne. This is a type of eau de Cologne fragrance. So it really ticks all the boxes when it comes to a Cologne perfume. So it's fresh, invigorating, clean, and it's a type of scent that you want to wear when you jump out of bed, you take a shower, and you wear it straight out of the shower and you're ready to seize the day. COEUR de Cologne is just that. This perfume, what I find is really beautiful is the citruses. So you have a really beautiful lemon note in the scent that is really bright. It's like, it shines like a diamond almost. It's very, very well done in this perfume, and it's blended with this green peppery bergamot note that all in all, like the citruses in this fragrance, it's like a sun ray glistening on water. It's just like really bright and luminous, has transparency as well, and you then of course get these gorgeous florals with neroli, and then you get this gorgeous heart of orange blossom, which is such a magnificent ingredient. And the way that it's done in this fragrance is as if you walk to an orange blossom tree, you smelt the fresh flowers on the tree, the petals. This is what the orange blossom smells like in this scent. It's gorgeous, it's clean, it's refreshing, it's transparent, it's wonderful. This is a super easygoing fragrance. It's unisex. Men, women can enjoy this scent. a summer staple to have, especially if you're really into your cologne compositions. Coeur de Cologne is top notch. So this is all of the fragrances for today's buying guide. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know in the comments down below if you own any Mizensir fragrances. I mean, I haven't heard that much talk about the brands online, so I would love to know whether you have any in your collection. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!